75, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the New York Giants. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
This defense for the Saints, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Now Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't. But it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
Throwing, Jones. Going for the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's caught inside the 30.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Open man right side is Tony.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Penny. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
3rd and inches, just turn around and hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0.
Saints nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 12.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They go play action with McDonald. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the Saints bring on their new punter for 2021, Blake Gillikin. Kadarius Toney deep for the Giants. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. A first down carry for Barkley. Room to run past midfield. Always got some breathing room. And finally brought down at the 38. So the ball moves from one 38 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10.
First down, Giants.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So they give up the completion there, but defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try and make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
after one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants 7, Saints nothing.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option.
That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play action. It's McDonald. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Giants 17 yard line.
A give. This is Kamara. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
3rd and 12.
Throwing is McDonald. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Out is Lutz now for the New Orleans field goal attempt. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got Slayton on the slant. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action, Jones. Finds his tight end Ingram. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
And we always say, and I absolutely believe it, Evan Ingram is a wide receiver in a tight end's frame. 63 catches last year, en route to his first Pro Bowl nomination.
On 1st down, Barkley. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It was Isaiah Johnson there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From just shy of midfield, Jones. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, Jones. That's caught by Galladay. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely, because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
This is caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3.
Giants 17, Saints 3. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense, as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. McDonald. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here's McDonald to throw.
That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
McDonald sets to throw.
Being chased out left. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21. Hey, let's get that home. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Keon Crossan.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Next to score, Giants 17, Saints 10. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Second and 10.
Throwing again, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And no one happier to see that than the Giants fans themselves. Saquon Barkley was used a lot his rookie year, 91 catches, which was a record for NFL rookies. That fell off to 52 in 2019. And then, of course, the injury in Week 2 at Chicago last year prevented him from reaching those heights.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First down, Giants.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run with Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From the gun, Jones escaping the pressure right.
That's complete to Tony.
So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a 1st down.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Second and 2.
A handoff to Barkley, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Giants add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and the lead now up to 14.
Saints 10.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And this one's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Off the play fake, McDonald. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Jones on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Giants on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Got a man, Slayton. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Barkley again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones, flush to his right, toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that was just situational football 101 right there. Excellent decision to throw that one away. You know he would have loved to have converted right there to keep the pressure on and build on this lead. But the best play, avoid the sack, taking care of the football.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. From the gun, Jones. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Lutz to try to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score Giants 24, Saints 17.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that whole conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson will pick, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
A
looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Cole McDonald, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here pulled in by Galladay. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones throwing deep for Galladay. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A good running there by Kamara on 1st down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. McDonald. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to take the lead here in the final minute.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you.
Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that? Oh, he breaks a tackle and he's got an alley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Giants are right back in this football game. Well, Charles, a game and a decision that people may be talking about tomorrow for sure. Had a chance at a long field goal there at the end to try and tie it. They elect to not kick it, and they lose the game.
And I think what we'd all love to see is that little slip of paper that the special teams coach handed the head coach before the game. They said, this is where our kicker is good from today. This is where he feels confident, because that might be the absolute mark that tells us, okay, maybe we have to run more offense because maybe he doesn't feel good about kicking it from this distance.
So for New Orleans, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.